Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Chaldean update here. These months are flying by, which February is always a short month. So, hopefully, K&K is nice to everyone, and everybody got Fujino and or Saber Shiki if you were aiming for them, and just regular Assassin Shiki if you didn't get her during her original event, because, well, I was going to say you wouldn't be able to get her again, but JP just did a thing where, at least for now, they're adding welfares to the essentially rare prism shop, where you can at least get one copy of them without having to use rare prisms, but it's like two after that. So, but at least you can get them now. But anyways, like I said, hopefully K&K is nice. I ended up finishing it. Probably it took me a little longer than what I wanted to finish. I was mainly just being super lazy with the whole thing. So, but yeah, we'll go and get started on here because this one is probably going to be a long one, and there's definitely some important channel updates that are going to be rolling out relatively soon, and unfortunately the channel updates are not good. So we're going to go ahead and start with that, and then so that way we can end on high notes instead of the bad stuff that's going to be coming, unfortunately. So if it isn't apparent already, I am a big whale in this game. I haven't always strived to MP5 every servant. I do try to when it comes to 4 stars and limited servants, and obviously 3 stars. And I do eventually plan on trying to get everyone at least 999 and 1k fode. And I had originally wanted to at least MP2 everyone and 4 stars, try to keep them as close to MP5 as I can. Definitely at least MP2 the 4 stars. Unfortunately, some things are changing with that. So, for those that don't know, I actually have a roommate. And the best thing about having a roommate is, obviously my bills were all cut in half. That won't be the case starting April. And while I probably could still be okay spending as much as what I am spending in this game, I'd rather have a safety net. So, at least for this year specifically, and probably even next year, the rolling streams and stuff like that are probably going to get cut in half. And when I say cut in half, I mean we're not going to have another like Ryko situation where I can just dump $2,000 into the banner. It just won't be feasible at this point. So what my plan is going forward, I'm still going to attempt to get every servant. That part hasn't changed. MP levels, though, on the other hand, have. Like I said, originally I did want to try to get at least MP2 of every servant and 4 stars. Try to at least attempt to get them MP5. Definitely won't be the case anymore. There's several servants that I've looked at, and I was like, I probably will meme and get them MP5. Merlin was the greatest example of this. You really don't need an MP5 Merlin, except for if you're just memeing. Scotty, however, doesn't need her MP. I had joked about MP5ing her. That's probably not going to happen. Unless I get some absurd gotcha luck, which here lately is not... Well, I say here lately, it hasn't been the case. The last 2 banners have been pretty kind. But, yeah. So, unfortunately, when it comes to rolling, stuff like spending 2,000 quartz on banner just won't happen. And if I have to miss the servant, I will miss them at this point. And have to pick them up on a rerun. And I'll have to use my USOs... wisely from now on. I can't just burn them like I have been doing. So, which we're close to another set, and I'll probably hold on to those so that way I can skip, like maybe a Lost Belt chapter or something like that. But it'll be more expected for like roll wise to have just MP1 servants instead of going forward. Which is unfortunate, and it kind of sucks in that regard because I do enjoy playing the game. And one of the things I wanted to do when I first decided to start whaling in this game, one of the reasons I originally decided to get every servant was not everyone is as fortunate as I am, and has a good job and can afford to spend thousands and thousands of dollars in a mobile game. And friends list wise, I don't have a tremendous amount of whales on there. I do, but not as many as like some. I'll just kind of... Oh, well, it went away. But the thing is, sometimes people want to at least like use servants. And the thing about using those servants is not everyone has a chance to actually use those servants. For those that are watching this that don't know, I'm part of another Discord with Inu and Friends Gaming, and that's normally where I reside at. And one of the things I try that I've always tried to do is, if someone needs something on support, I've always been able to provide that. Going forward, that it's very possible that that's not going to be the case. And like I said, that's unfortunate, but it's something that I'm just going to have to deal with. I still will try to give it my best efforts to at least get every copy of, or at least every servant. Farming mats and stuff like that are also obviously going to have to die down. I probably won't be able to go as hard like what I have been doing for this month, or like the last 2 months. You'll actually see it in this one as well when I go through and actually look at and talk about my servant upgrades and stuff like that. You'll notice there's not as much skill levels and stuff as there have been previously, at least for the first 2 months of this year. So some of that stuff is going to dwindle down. And the other unfortunate thing is, so me and my roommate, we do watch anime, and we have like shows that we watch. Obviously, when he's not living here anymore, I don't have a way of well, I do have a way of watching those, but it's stuff that we want to continue to watch together, just because it's something that it's a hobby he and I both share. We have talked, and possibly what happens is he comes over Saturday and we just watch everything. So, and you might be wondering why that's a bad thing. The watching part of it isn't. However, most of the time I make videos, they are on Saturdays. So, videos might take a change in when they get recorded and posted. I've kind of started, at least. I originally was uploading just Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I eventually changed that briefly to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then changed it again to where it's Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This video will probably come out Tuesday of next month, or April when you guys see it. Or not April, March. But in the future, I don't have exact plans on when I'll be recording. I will let everyone know on Twitter. There should be a Twitter link in the description of this video. And when I get more concrete plans on exactly how my recording schedule is going to go, I'll kind of let everyone know. So it's very possible there'll be like a week or two without videos. I'm going to try to kind of backstock on some things. And that way, if that does happen, I'll have that option to kind of upload ahead of time. The only thing about doing like uploads like that, which I normally do during lottos, is when I get comments for things. Obviously, I don't see those for weeks if I have like a mass upload and pre-record a bunch, because I like to try to say just a week ahead if I can. The videos I upload today will be going out, the week that you guys see this. So that's the video recording situation, kind of like the Fate Grand Order situation. There is another side effect though of it. Because I'm going to be living by myself for the first time since I've been divorced, I'm going to have a lot of free time throughout the week when I'm not at work. Obviously, the streams, I'm still going to be streaming Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and, throughout randomly. But it's very possible that, like, on Wednesdays and Fridays, there might be just extra bonus streams, or, I might use those days for recording. I just don't know. So, upside is it's very possible there's higher chances of maybe more videos, longer videos, edited videos, or streams. I just don't know that situation. So, but that's all for like channel updates. I know that's kind of a lot to take in, and I'm not going to want to drag everyone through any more of what's going on personally with me. So, with that being said, it's time we actually start looking at the Fate Grand Order stuff. So, anyways, Fate Grand Order progression. We're going to go ahead and just show this because this is just amazing. Not party setup. Spirit Origin list. Go and take XP foes. Let me go to enhance because that'll be easier to see for everyone. All my sabers are 1k foed at this point. I've been rolling the friend point gacha for the last few days. I kind of slacked off a little bit, but as you can see, they are all 1k foed. So sabers are done. Archers are very close, as in, oops. There's 2 left, I believe. So they're the next thing that I'm working on. Hopefully, I still have like 1.5 million friend points. I'm gonna burn all those and hope that they do. That it should at least finish the archers. Then we'll start working our way towards like lancers, right? And just kind of go down the list. Other big thing. So if I default here, you'll notice that all of my gold servants are now 1k fou'd. And you can also see kind of like what's left. But yeah, all the gold servants 100% fou'd at this point, which I find huge. I'm really whittling down the list. By the end of this year, I probably will have everyone 1k fou'd, depending on how lottery events go. So there is that. Now then, to get to the good stuff. Go and filter everything. Arthur, he hit Bond 6. Skill-wise, he's been 999 for a while. I've been farming a lot of Void Dust, and he's my final wave clearer because he doesn't really do a whole lot other than wave clearing. So there's that. Altera is now MP5. She spooked me during the Saber Shiki banner, and we'll get to Saber Shiki in a second. So yeah, she's got a lot of bond left, but she's 999 as well, which you guys saw last month. But yeah, MP5. So she's officially done. All 5 copies of hers have been spooks. Saber Shiki. So, oops. I did say that the last 2 banners have been kind to me. Specifically, Saber Shiki and Kiara's. Saber Shiki, she was already MP1. I have her MP5 now. I ended up getting 8 copies of Saber Shiki total. 7 just from rolling. I went from I think it was like 1,000 quartz without one to, I think I ended up spending roughly 1,500, somewhere around in there, to MP5er. And it was like back to back Saber Shikis. It was extremely impressive. So definitely check out that roll stream if you guys haven't. And she also hit a bond, because I've been using her for farming as well, just because why not? So there is that. Yagyu is the next one here. If I can find where he is. Oh, there he is. He's 999. I finished him off at the beginning of the K&K event. He was close anyways. He was already 989. I just needed like gallstones or something similar to that. So ended up going and getting him 999. So he's 100% done. Other than bond wise, I haven't decided if I want a 10-10-10 or not. Probably not, because I also have Saberlot, which coincidentally is the next one on my list here. Who is bond 6. I just use him when I feel like using him. He's really good. I just don't find a whole lot of use for him farming wise. But when I need just a crit machine, he's my go-to. Other than that, Saber Giles, where is he? He at bond 10. As a matter of fact, I've been just carrying him around. He went from 7 since last month. He went from 7 to 10. So his skills are still 4-4-5. I haven't really worked on his skills because he needs Void Dust, and he needs a lot of it. And the last one here is Caesar. He was like 4-5-4 or something weird. He's 8-8-8 now. He's close to being finished. So I decided to go ahead and do that just in preparation. So that's all the Saber stuff. Archer-wise, though. So Tomoe is the first one here. She's actually spooked me, I think, twice since I've MP5'd her. But she's now MP5. So there's that. Her skills are still only 5-5-5. I do plan on working on her and getting her up there. It's just I haven't had time to farm feathers. I'm trying to currently farm everything I need for Lost Belt that I can for the first bit of servants. So that's what I've been working on, which is why I was farming Void Dust out the Yin Yang, because I need 7 million of it. The other thing, Sam, also 1k fou'd and 999, which she was also very close anyways. I think she was another one that was like either 888 or 898, something weird like that. So she's done. And Tristan, now, instead of being like 4-5-4, he's 4-10-4. I will get his. I wouldn't have even put him on here because normally if I just give someone like 1 level on their skills, I won't worry about like updating this. But just as a note, Tristan's battery's at 10 now, which gives him a 50% battery. I will get his other skills up eventually. He's just not like a super high priority at the moment. for it. But I do hopefully we'll get him 6 or 6 at this point, because I do want to at least try to do that for every sermon this year. Other than that, Fuchino, which was another K&K banner sermon, super nice. I've already bond 5'd her. I ended up getting 10 to 10 just for those cooldowns. She has just a nice cooldown set of 5 across the board, and she's just a solid servant. I also, like I said, MP5. Hopefully, if you wanted her, you rolled her now, because as of current recording, she has not had another banner. And I don't know if she will, just because she's a limited edition, like a limited 4-star. And they would have to find a way to do that, which it's very possible. They could throw her in the... I probably won't throw her in the Rare Prism shop, but they would have to do some kind of random, like, K&K banner or something. I'm not entirely sure. So maybe like a downloads campaign. Other than that, Uriel, Bond 6, which you can see there, and Toda he's 1K fou'd, which you could have saw earlier. So that's it for the archers. Like I said, I didn't do a whole lot this month when it come to actual farming, because we had actual events, but I do plan on at least getting all the stuff I need for the Lost Belt servants, because that'll be right around the corner. Lancers, Aresh. I've been using Aresh for pretty much my main farmer here since Artoria hit Bond 10 last month. She's Bond 7. As you can see, she's almost Bond 8. She'll be flying up there. She's obviously been 1K fou'd. Super nice to be able to double, like, if you have a Max on a Broken K scope, her Blessings Occur skill is super good, because you can essentially double NP with her, giving someone a 40% charisma. Or giving a party 40% charisma. It's very, very nice. Other than that, Nezha has been spooking me a lot lately as well. So she ended up hitting Bond 6, and she's also her skills are 8-8 or 8-7-7. I think they got like a minor increase, but the biggest thing is she's MP5. She has been spooking me like non-stop. So there is that, and I've been using her. Her, Saber Shiki, and Arthur have been my farming Void Dust team, just because why not? And Nezha's MP damage isn't like super high to begin with, which is unfortunate. But other than that, Lancer Lee, who I really like using, I haven't had a big chance to use him. He's 7-7-7 still, but he got Bond 6. He was apparently like 1 run away, and I just happened to throw him in my party during one of the K&K missions and use him, and he hit Bond 6. I was like, all right, well, there's that. Taiga is finished. She was close as well. She was like 9-8-8. She's 9-9-9. I definitely don't plan on 10-10-10ing her. God, those cooldowns, though, boy, they're rough. Hozoin, 1K fou'd, and as well as Hozoin, so is Roma. Both of them 1K fou'd. I actually forgot to get... Roma's been able to be 1K fou'd for a while. I just forgot that his HP was not there. So I kept thinking he was done when he wasn't. So 1K, you can see both of them there. Cock piece and all, Roma. Cock piece and all. So that's it for the Lancers. Not a whole lot. Riders, though. Ketz is now 9-9-10. I don't think I'll give her a lore for her other 2 skills. She's pretty solid as it is. But yeah, she's done. Another one that's done, which has been a long time coming, is Mordred. Her skill was 10, like 6-10 or something like that, which her evade is her least important skill, but I ended up getting it to 9 just because I do want to finish everyone. So she's 100% done. And not only that, Ram also got a set of foes, and is now 8-8-8. She's close to being done. Where are you? Oh, there you are. 1K foes. So Ram getting super close. Columbus, I finished him. When his banner originally came out, I had him 9. I think it was 9-9-8, something like that. And I ran out of I think it was spinal fluids or something. Obviously that wasn't the case because we had a bunch. So he's now 9-9-9 and 100% done. I just got to finish following him, which he's been the rider I've been working on, because I want to try to finish all the Silver Servants next. So, Ushi got like just a minor skill upgrade here. Let me do this so that way it resets. Because for those that don't know, there's a weird glitch where if you just keep holding down, the thing actually goes down and you can't scroll down to see servants. So she's obviously been Bond 10, but she got to 888. She was like 666 or something like that. She's very close to being finished. I think she just needs feathers or something stupid. But I'll get there with her. Alex is close to being done as well. I've got him 979. I just need I think it was, he might need feathers or either that or ocular crystals. He'll probably be the next one I finish though, just because of how easy he is left. But we did finish another rider, which is George. He's 999 now instead of like 444, I think is what he was, or maybe 666. So there's that. And now off to Lacasters, who probably had the least amount of stuff worked on. There was no skills for casters leveled at all. Nero obviously is been 2K foed. She hit Bond 9 though, like yesterday, I'm pretty sure. So I'm working on getting her fully done with that. She's been my premier stake farmer. When she hits Bond 10, I don't know if I'll still use her or not for stake farming, because she's one of the few servants that can just wave clear, especially mine with Grells and 2K foed. So other than that, Cersei, MP5. I've really enjoyed using Cersei. Her having black Grell options is really nice for hard hitting. She's just also really funny to use. Pigifying enemy is pretty great, pretty golden, if I will say. Still 888. She needs stakes. Like same thing for Sheba there. I'll have to farm stakes eventually. Again, I just really don't want to because they're a pain. Paracelsus is Bond 6. For those that don't know, Paracelsus is a very good low, like, he's almost Bond 7 because I've used him so much. He's a very good first wave clearer, especially if you have Black Grail and have, like, Helena or, I guess you could technically use Shakespeare for the extra 20%. Or Mages or Atlas, whichever Mystic code that gives the 20% MP gauge. And you can normally wave clear, even, probably with Black Grail, you can probably wave clear wave 2s, as long as they're Assassins or Berserkers. But yeah, he's been super helpful. I do plan on 10-10-10ing Paracelsus just because of what he does. And one of the reasons I've kind of held back on using him a tremendous amount is because for those that don't know, he'll be soon getting a strengthening quest that essentially lets him substitute out for Nero, where his gut skills gives him an MP gain. So he'll be able to do that, and he also can provide an arts buff, which Nero cannot. But Nero also provides a strong single target attack buff. So there is that. But I will end up giving him some lures. Other than Paracelsus, the only other thing is Mozart. He's Bond 8. One of the few bronze servants that I have left, him and Shakespeare, I think, are about it. Nothing other than that. He's been 999 for a while. I think he was one of my first bronze servants that was 999. So yeah, that's it for casters. Like I said, I've been really lazy on casters. The thing about the casters is a lot of them are done at this point already. Either that or they need stakes and other things I just haven't farmed for obvious reasons. That being said, off to the other banner that we got for Valentine's Day, which is Semiramis, who was a pain. Unlike the last two banners, Semiramis was a nightmare. I did eventually NP6 her even. I ended up getting an extra copy, but she is MP5, and her skills, I went ahead, gave her battery 10, and obviously the other two are 9. She's actually been really nice for farming, especially because you can just pair her with a Merlin and use a 50% starting charge CE. But her MP gain is also exceptionally good, which I kind of had my doubts about on her wave clearing to begin with. Granted, MP5 helps out a lot. She will get an MP upgrade. I think it's this year, and it'll help out even more. But I've had a lot of fun using her. I do wish her third skill didn't take crit stars. I feel like it probably shouldn't. It is a powerful skill when you think of it as a reversible mana burst, because it's essentially a mana burst for 3 turns if you have a level 10. The problem is she has one buster card if you don't include her MP. So she really doesn't make much use of that skill on her own, which is unfortunate. But yeah, other than her pain banner, I've been using her a ton. She's already Bond 6. I say a ton. It's mainly for like during Valentine's Day and stuff, because she had bonus damage. And obviously, she's still 1k foed. Other than Semiramis, Shu 10, my go-to farming assassin, is now 999. She was like 989 originally, or I guess it was 998 or 6, something like that with her battle continuation. Went ahead and finished it. I wanted my support list, my normal farming support list, to everyone be 999. Shu 10 was the only one remaining that wasn't, so she's done. Also, during the fun banner of Semiramis, I ended up getting another Osaka Hime spook. So she's MP4 now, with her skills 9-10-9 as well. But yeah, she's very close to being done. I don't plan on rolling on any of her banners. I'm just going to wait for her to spook me. That seems to be my lot in life on some of these, is just waiting for spooks. Shiki is also finished to celebrate her final rerun. She was 8, I think it was like 8, 6, 10. She's now 10, 9, 10. I went ahead and gave her first skill lore because Saber Shiki loves to let me down and not insta-kill things when I want her to. So, and or kill things. So there's that. 100 Faces, Bond 6. There she is. I've actually started working on her faux cards as well. As you can see, she's almost done. But yeah, still 666, MP5 of course. But yeah, Bond 6 for her. Other than that, Zhang K, she's also been in my backline for a while. She'll probably be the next Bond 10 servant, honestly. She's Bond 9. And last but not least, Kojiro, the man himself, finally is 999. It took a while to farm all the bones. So, Berserkers. Let me go ahead and pull Berserkers up here. So, one thing to note, in preparation, so for anyone that didn't watch the beginning of the video, I talked about my roommate and how, like, my role plans are changing. I did go ahead and make some preparations while I still could for servants that are really good farming-wise, and one of those is MHXA. I ended up MP5ing her. Her skill's still 9-10-10, of course, but yeah, so she's now MP5. Another servant that I wanted to go and get in prep was Kintoki. He is also MP5. Other than that, Nightingale, Bond 8, as you can see there. Berserker Nobu, who has been my Bone Farmer Supreme, mainly because I just like using her. Bond 6. Iba, as well, has been in there farming. Bond 6. Both of them hit the Bond, like, almost identical. Pinth also hit another Bond up. She is Bond 8. So, super good. And obviously, I've got her skills 10-10-9. I might get her third skill to 10. I haven't decided yet just because it's like... It's one of those skills where I could see it being good. I just haven't... It's just like an odd skill for me to actually run through that and do that. So, that's up in the air. I haven't fully decided. It also bothers me because it's like 10-10-9. But, you know, it is what it is. Other than Pinth, we finally have a few servants that are actually skill-wise finished. One of which has been since the very first 4-star I had in the game. Actually, technically it was Thano and Herc, but Herc is officially done. I do not plan on giving him lures. For those that you do not know, I'm not the biggest fan of Herc as a servant. And every time I do end up using him, I just get shafted. And get hard critted or poisoned or unlucky. So, but that being said, he is 999, and if I do need him with Snowcastle, I can do that. He's been Bond 10 for a very long time, and obviously 1k foed. Other than that, in the opposite of Herc, we have Miss Fran, who is also finished. During Nerofest last year, I ended up getting close, except for her galvanism skill. It's finished. It was 4, it's at 9 now, so 100% done. I don't plan on giving her lures unless I just absolutely need to for an event. Don't think I will, but we'll see how that goes. And last on the Berserker side, Kyo is officially Bond 8, and she's 1k foed. That's it for Kyo. Her skills are still very, very pitiful. Another one that needs a lot of bones and or void dust. So, and that's all for the Berserkers. But we've still got some special class. And first and foremost, Jalter with her Shinjuku outfit. And put her in the Shinjuku outfit if you haven't, you savages, because it's the best outfit she's got. Bond 10. I've really been delaying her Bond 10 because I need her for single target killing. I did attempt to MP5 her very, very briefly and failed. She's still MP2. So there is that, and she probably will never be MP5, which MP2 is still fine. I also can borrow support if I do need an MP5 one, but she'll stay Bond 2, which is plenty of damage to begin with. Other than that, like I said, the second banner, that was very kind, or first banner if you want to look at it that way. Kiara, who also no longer hits like a wet noodle, but hits like a dry noodle because of her interlude, or strengthened quest. Still 1k foed, Bond 7, however, MP5. So, Kiara was one of the last servants I decided to go ahead and MP5, because she hits like a wet noodle. Like, really bad. If you weren't around for Da Vinci's, or DV Rerun, Kiara was a big strat in a lot of it, and her only being MP2 really hindered her use, like, a lot. So I went ahead and MP5'd her. And now that she's got her strengthened quest, that isn't an issue to begin with. She still doesn't hit that hard, though. But there is that. Other than that, our lovely foreigner, Hokusai, who I've been using a lot along with Abby. Bond 8. I haven't used her as much here lately, towards the later half of the month, because I don't want to Bond 10 her, in a month, essentially. Well, it's been 3 months now, but there's that. The other thing, like I said, another thing I did in kind of preparation of this is Melt is MP3. I think I showed that last month, but just in case I didn't, she's MP3 for it. She's going to get her rank up quest here shortly. It's the last day of the event, so it might actually be, today's the 29th. It might be today, or it could be tomorrow. I can't remember who's next. But I do know hers is the last day. I just can't remember how many were in. But yeah, so that way I can Scotty harder with Melt if I need to. Just straight up boss killer. Other than that, on the extra stuff, Abby is officially done. Abby was another servant. I kind of wish I would have MP5 just because how useful she is. I've said it multiple times. I didn't expect Abby to be as good as what she actually is because of her high skill cooldowns and stuff. Her and Hokusai work extremely well together. They just played nice. But yeah, she's 999. She's still MP2, still 1k foed, but also Bond 8. She was very, very handy during DB rerun. And I do plan on using her a good bit in the future. But that's it for like skills and stuff. Like I said, not a whole lot of skills. I've been mainly focusing on trying to go ahead and get the first of all friend point summons done, and try to focus on the stuff for the Lost Belt, because that'll be coming up next, or by the time this video comes out this month. So there is that. One last thing here we'll kind of go over is second archive for craft essence. So I've gotten a fair bit of CE bombs ready. I'm still working on it. Like I said, I've got still 1.5 million friend points to burn, and I do plan on burning it. That being said, other than that, I did get a few CEs done. Battle Olympia is just a... I don't want to do that. So, Battle Olympia at Arts and Buster CE with a 60% charge. Max attack. Just a really good CE. Also, it's Nero. So, there is that. Which, funny enough, this is the first Nero CE I've got fully leveled. Other than that, in the opposite spectrum of that, Knights and Marines, if it would actually let me click on it. Super good quick CE, and it's one of the few CEs that give quick CEs currently. They give straight up attack and also give starting charge for quick cards. So there's that. Went ahead and finished it. That's it for level 100 Cs. I've been kind of toying around with the idea of what to level next. Part of me was debating on whether or not to finish some of the original like 3, which is the you can see here the Ren C, the Sakura C, and the LZO. But they kind of really don't have a use. And then I was toying around with the Arjuna CE because it can come in handy during rare niches. And another one is the Attila CE, which is like one of the better invul Cs because it's a 50% starting charge as well. It gives pure attack. But I just decided on holding off for now, and I'll make a bunch of CE bombs. The other option was demonic blah blah blah, as I call it. The only reason I didn't is because it doesn't give max attack. It's split, but sometimes that's very handy as well. because it is some, and Arash uses it a lot for like random things. So, and then originally I was leveling Q Orangerette, and then I opted not to do that as well, just because I have another C that does something very similar in that, which is the Miu C. Which is another level 100 C at this point that gives starting charge instead of the just straight up crit strength. So, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Like I said, if you did skip the beginning part of the video, I encourage you to check that out just because it's got a lot of important updates, and I'll keep everyone posted on Discord and on Twitter and all that other stuff. Like I said, the Gillock, just going back to like kind of what's going on. Stream-wise, we're still doing the Gillock. Gillock's finishing this month. It probably will be finished within the next few weeks, if I have to take a guess. I definitely want to finish it this month. There's not much left. We've got all the gym badges and stuff, so there's that. Videos, Extra still going on, but Extra is over halfway done at this point. I'm going to actually start recording it as soon as this video is finished. And I've tossed up some ideas of videos to play, or video games to play that I've wanted to, and let me know in the comments here what you guys want to see. A few of the ideas I tossed around were Astral Chain, Devil May Cry 5, both games I do own. I don't know if I wanted to stream them or play them just recording. And Three Houses is another one I've been wanting to go back and play for the second and third routes. Second, third, and fourth route, essentially. That one will definitely probably be recorded, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. And that's going to do it. Like I said, sorry for the somewhat downer beginning of the stream, just because of like things that are changing. But not all change is bad, and some change isn't good. But we will make with it what we can. So I appreciate everyone for watching. Like I said, hopefully everyone had a good K&K, and Saber Wars is right around the corner, and it's a doozy of an event if you haven't done it already. So I appreciate everyone for watching, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time.